Just let me know when we can start.
We're recording now.
Okay, thank you, Vicky. Okay, welcome to the meeting of the Executive Cabinet Member for Culture Portfolio. Today is Monday, the 23rd of June, 2025. Time has just gone 5 o'clock. I'm Councillor Nadeem Ayub, the Executive Cabinet Member for Culture. On this meeting, there is council colleagues and council officers. This is actually a special meeting of the Executive Cabinet Member for Culture. So, okay, item number 1 is the Albert Hall's pantomime contract 25 to 29. And I believe that will be you, Nikki, taking us through the report.
Thank you, Councillor Ayub. Yeah, and thank you for agreeing to meet. So the report that is presented today is to look at the pantomime tender for the Albert Halls to appoint Shown Productions as the new pantomime provider. It's a 4-year contract, as you've said, from 2025 to 2029. But just to give you some background, the Albert Halls has hosted annual pantomime productions for our residents, schools, visitors from outside the local area, and it has always been delivered by an external contractor. The venue itself has an established reputation, and what we have is a very good, high quality, good value family production. We have seen a steady increase in ticket and concession sales every year on year. So it has got a standout on it. And what we want to do is really develop actually what we have got with the pantomime. It services a lot of schools programming and schools performances, and they are really, really well attended. The current provider is Polka Dot Pantomime. The contract does come to an end in 2025, and the reason why we need to appoint now is to do with the pre-publicity we do prior to the 2025 pantomime for 2026. The production in 2026 is Snow White for reference, so we do want to talk a lot about the actual provider themselves because of the experience and whose programming they're already involved in. So they're in major cities around the UK. We are delighted that we want to put this forward as a proposal to take our pantomime forward for the venue. The team have worked with our corporate procurement team, and we do want to ensure, obviously, within that tender that the pantomime is unique to the area, that it does provide value for money, and that we really create the Albert Halls as a destination of choice. So within the contract delivery and what was written into the specification, there is something which we call actually a percentage split, and actually it's all based on income sales from the tickets. But the contractor, because of the not taking on any overhead, we include script, cast, scenery, props, costume, music, along with stage management team. So that means that there is no capital cost for us. It just means that actually we get a percentage of the ticket sales. We have written into the specification as well that our local dance and performing arts schools are involved. So we have got that local participation. And the 4-year contract is just that so we can really establish what we're doing. It's a normal practice, it's industry practice. So we are looking for 4 years for the 4 years that we've said, with a possible extension for 2 years of 12-month periods, and we would come back at that juncture. As I've said, it's an income sharing arrangement with the preferred provider. It does give us best value for money. It has been through all of our procurement regulations. So it is looking to appoint Shown Productions for the 4-year contract with an option to extend based on income and costings and based on the ticket sales. It is in line with previous years. We are forecasting at the moment lower costings, which is good. So therefore, there's no additional risk to the Albert Halls in terms of cost recovery. So the report is just set out within the detail that's put forward. So we are looking for approval to formally appoint shown productions to provide the Albert Hall's annual pantomime for a 4-year period. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. So I've been briefed on this, so I don't have any questions or that I need to raise here. So anybody else got any questions that they want to raise on the report? Councillor Patel. Well, we can't hear you, Councillor Patel. You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Hi, Nicola. Thanks for that. Just in terms of the income generation, can you give us some indication of what the split is between the council and the provider, and what sort of forecasted income are we looking at for the next 4 years?
Yeah, you go ahead, Nikki.
Yeah, so within each contract, as I've said, it's set out just about the risk that the provider makes because of the capital costs that they do. It's an industry standard. It's a 69-31% split, so we'd call it a 70-30 split. 70% is obviously to the provider, 30% is straight income into the Albert Halls, and we are looking around about, just let me give you the latest figures. So these are figures that are live figures constantly of how things have been coming through. So we are looking at, based on the 2026 pantomime at the moment, we're looking at 272,679,000, with a straight income into the Albert Halls of 125,571. We think that will increase, just because we've been quite conservative with some of the ticket sales, and we know that with this production, because of the names that they attract and because of their sort of previous history with Strictly Come Dancing and some of the West End productions, we know that we're expecting a very good cast. So we would be looking to increase those costs, but that's what it's looking like for 2026. And it does tend to be sort of an annual piece, but it is looking at a 70-30 split.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Fairclough.
Thanks. Just a couple of things. One, is there an opportunity, should they wish to? Because a lot of these pantomimes now, they have a sort of summer one, don't they? Or is there any opportunity built in for them to do that?
Nikki.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't get off mute then. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what we're looking at is we have got a much more enhanced programme right across the Albert Halls at the moment. We have got at least a 40% increase this year in all of the shows that we're doing. We are running back to back on everything that we're doing around events, activities. There is opportunity to increase. They have got very good experience, so we're really pleased to be working with them going forward about different options. We did try the summer events and the summer pantomime. It went down really well, like we've done with the Santa Live. We are looking for all of that family friendly activity, which fits alongside our visitor economy strategy. It sits alongside our cultural strategy. So what we're trying to do is to build up as much as we can. It isn't written into this contract, but we can do enhancements with providers, and we are working with some, as we're starting to change some of the contracts now, we are working with some of the very best. So we would want to see the development. I think the investment that we've just made into the new theatre rig, which was an essential piece of kit, which I know we've discussed here previously, and some of the infrastructure pieces that we're putting in puts us in really good shape for future years. I hope
and
that's
the other thing was,
answered it.
yeah, that's fine, thank you. The other thing was just, I don't know, I know that there's the split. I take it, do we get all the takings for bar and refreshments? So they're all for us, the Albert Halls?
Absolutely. So, I mean, most of the money, as we know, with any event and activity is based on the concessions. So the concessions are all around the merchandise, and it's all around your F&B, so that food and beverage. So food and beverage is straight into us, along with all the concessions. So, and there is a lot of merchandise and activity that we are proposing for the future pantomimes as well, because of the cast and because of actually the activity that they bring.
Yeah, great, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Patel, you want to come back?
Yeah, sorry, just one. In terms of the the measure of success, besides the financial outturn, do we have any other measures in the contract built in?
Yeah, we do. So the key measures for us are all around social value. So the stipulations that we've put into the specification have been around the involvement of our children and young people within the production itself, because what we want to do is really engage and get our young people to participate. There is very much around using our local providers and using local businesses for that enhanced piece. So almost like your products around of what you would bring in. We will be measuring it from a consultation research piece and the data and insights. So what we're looking at is where our customers have travelled from, where our visitors are from, and actually making an assessment. And that again supports something that said previously, just about where our visitors are coming from and how we can really encourage them to visit Bolton more and utilise the Albert Halls as one of our key cultural venues and assets.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any more for any more? Nope, I can't see any hands indicating. Okay, thank you very much for everybody. So for Vicky, that report has been noted and approved. Okay, that is the end of the agenda. Can I thank everybody for joining? Sorry that you've had to come back to this for this special meeting, but there will be one, I think, in maybe a couple of weeks' time. I think it's sometime in July, but there'll be another one, the official one. Okay, thank you very much for joining. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
thanks.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Vicky, can you stay on?